So Russ, here at Kanata Ford, you guys have really developed an identity for yourself with the FXR brand. So I want you to talk to me about that and sort of what levels that you guys offer the customers that come into Kanata Ford.
So what we're trying to do is we're trying to make a very unique truck, very different for each person, different styles of wheels, different styles of graphics, different exhausts, different leathers. Basically, we don't want the same truck leaving here the same as the other one. So we try and very unique and trying to let people pick and choose how their truck looks.
Now let's start with the FXR Level 1. What are sort of the accessories that somebody's going to be able to choose if they're at that level?
So our Level 1 starts off with a 2.25-inch leveling kit in the front, and why we do that is to fit 33-inch tall tires that are 305 millimeters wide. So why we do that is it gives the truck a better stance, makes the truck will look a little bit wider. From there, we have 3 different manufacturers we use for tires. We use BFG KO2s, which are the same tires that are on the Raptor that Ford provides as well. And another company we're using is Toyo Open Country AT3s. We have just picked up a company called Mickey Thompson with their Baja Boss ATs. What's great as well is when we do pick these tires, we make sure they are winter rated. Yeah. Because of our climate, we don't want people switching tires in and out in terms of winter tires, summer tires, and having an ugly looking steel wheel. So all of our tires are actually winter rated, so they are ready for the winter. Moving on from there, we also have our exhaust system. So we do have 3 different exhausts. We carry MBRP, MagnaFlow, and Borla. We are going to be leaning towards Borla because Borla has 3 different levels of sound. With the other 2 companies, they kind of have one sound, and some people might not like that. With Borla, they actually have 3 different levels of sound, and the quality is much higher end. We do also have custom graphics that we make in-house. We've designed the graphics ourselves. They are a very thick 3M vinyl that you can actually pressure wash and go through a car wash. The graphics will not come off. We also have a sprint booster. Sprint booster is a throttle actuation system that makes the truck feel faster without going into your computer and without actually voiding your warranty as well. We also available on XLTs and XLs and STXs have an available aftermarket leather through Catskin. It is branded with our FXR logo, and we're giving people the option of, hey, I don't want to spend 10, 20 grand more to move up to a Lariat, but I still want leather. Ford doesn't offer that, but we here at Kanata Ford do.
And those things are optional for customers as well. They can choose stitching, they can choose, and it doesn't affect the seat at all the same factory settings for that seat, power, heated seats, it's all still functional once the cat skins are installed.
Correct. And another thing we do is we use perforated leather, so even if you do not like the leather that comes from factory on a Lariat, Platinum, all those other models, we actually can do an air-conditioned seat through our cat skin leather as well.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. Now, Level 2, what makes, because Level 1 sounds pretty extensive, what does a customer get at Level 2 now?
So Level 2 is something we created when Ford had a big backlog of painted bumpers and painted grills. So what we've created is in the XLT trim and the XL trim, there's an option to get a chrome package. If the customer doesn't want the chrome cap package, we have our Level 2, which actually adds paint-to-match bumpers and a Lariat grill as well.
And that gives a very high-end look for those customers too. Yeah.
Gives it a monotone look. Basically, everything is the same color.
And then, of course, Stage 2 builds on Stage 1. So all of the goodness of Stage 1 you get with the Stage 2 kits and just that extra appearance package on the outside.
Absolutely, yeah.
Now let's move on to Stage 3, which is sort of the big one right now. What does a customer get when they choose to move up to Stage 3?
So Stage 3 has kind of been our pinnacle up until now. What we do is we do a BDS 4-inch lift. We do Fox Racing 2.0 shocks in the rear, which are basically an OEM replacement, so the truck still drives like factory, just a much higher end shock and will last longer. From there, we do paint-to-match fender flares, bushwhacker fender flares. We do 22-inch wheels with 35-inch tall tires. Again, we make sure those 35-inch tall tires are winter rated as well. And then it adds everything from the FXR Level 1 package as well.
Exactly, and through all of this, the customer has the choice to be able to mix and match. If they don't particularly like the set of wheels that you happen to have on the truck here in the lot, but they like a set of wheels on a different truck, that's totally acceptable for that customer to mix and match, right?
Yeah. That's a great example because some people don't want 22s. So what we've done is we've created a package on the Level 3 as well, as you can go 20-inch wheels, which we have a lot more selection of, and still get a 35-inch tall tire.
Amazing. Now, up to this point, we've been talking about trucks, but you guys also do a lot of Bronco stuff here. So does the FXR stages affect the Bronco line as well? And I'm pretty sure they do.
Yeah. So the Bronco is great. Great product that Ford just came out with, and the customization is out of this world. We just came back from SEMA and got a lot of ideas there. And when we were at SEMA, we noticed that every single booth had a Bronco. So we see the potential of our FXR packages going on those. So what we started to do is our FXR Level One package on the Bronco gives you a 2-inch lift, tubular upper control arms in the front, a track bar in the rear, and bigger wheels and tires, sprint booster, and custom graphics. And again, the availability of the leather if you don't want the marine grade vinyl from Ford.
Mm-hmm. Now, let's go on to stage 2 with the Broncos. What does that get the customer?
So stage 2, we are starting to play with MagnaFlow exhaust, Gibson exhaust. We are starting to play with a lot more suspension geometry in terms of long travel kits, big lower control arms. We're doing tie rods. We've got custom billet aluminum tie rods coming for all these Broncos as well.
And then, of course, stage 3, because there's a stage 3 Bronco behind us, and this thing is pretty amazing.
So stage 3 is a couple of different options. We, depending on what the customer would like to do with the vehicle, it starts off with about basically a 6-inch lift. And how that 6-inch lift is done is by coilovers. We have 4 coilovers all the way around, upper control arms, rear track bar, beadlock wheels, 17-inch beadlock wheels with 37-inch tall tires with 13.5 inches wide. And then we start getting into bumpers. So bumpers, Baja design lights, winch systems, different Switch Pro switches for the lights as well. So basically the level 3 in the Bronco is your ultimate rock crawler, your ultimate desert runner.
Now, with all of these FXR level packages that you guys offer, this is something that you guys are doing on a regular basis. You've got these parts figured out, how they work together, and I think that's an advantage for the customer as well, that these packages, no matter what level you want to play with, and it doesn't matter if you're a truck guy or a Bronco guy, you guys have done all the scientific figuring on all this stuff. It works. These packages work together.
Yeah, so we've done a lot of engineering, a lot of research and development. We do test a lot of these vehicles before we come out with the package. We do have a big partnership right now with 4WP, which is one of the largest off-roading companies in North America, and we actually deal directly with their engineers. Again, at SEMA, we did meet with them, and they gave us a couple of pointers, and they did let us know what to do and what not to do. Did we listen? Not always.
Now, for a customer that's interested in seeing like an FXR branded vehicle with one of these stages, it's really best for them to come to the dealership and check it out themselves, because there are so many different options and each vehicle is so unique. The customers really have to see it to believe it, right?
Yeah, so we have every single vehicle on the lot built. Unlike a lot of other dealerships that are a little scared to build 1 or 2, we have every single vehicle built. And what that does is gives the customer, the option of different wheels, the option of different graphics, the options of the different exhausts, and the options of the different tires. But the best thing is the customer sees what they're getting. They're not trying to envision it, of spending large amounts of money to try and make this work.